Hey guys, I'm Jake Romm, one of the R1 radiology residents at Duke Radiology. I wanted to do a quick day in the life video to walk you through what my life is like on a typical day on the VA rotation in the first year of radiology residency. I usually get my day started with some studying first thing in the morning. I wake up at about 5:30 to study for an hour, hour and a half before heading to work. That's purely a personal decision and it's not required, so don't panic. I have young kids, so it works out better for me if I get all of my studying done in the morning before heading to the morning conference. I usually leave the house at around 7 a.m. That gives me plenty of time to get to the hospital before morning conference, which starts at 7:30. It takes me 15 minutes to drive to the hospital, which I think represents a pretty average commute for our residency. I live just outside of Durham in a neighboring city, so obviously my co-residents that live within Durham have a shorter commute than I do. But my drive to work is honestly pretty enjoyable. It's so beautiful. I listen to a podcast on the way in and I actually enjoy the drive quite a bit. I never see any traffic at all. Residents park for free in the 7-story parking garage that's located right on the Duke University Hospital campus. There's always plenty of parking, and even the 7th floor has covered parking, so if it's raining you don't have to worry about getting wet running to your car. And then it's just a short walk to radiology where our lecture hall is. Obviously today it's a little bit more of an awkward walk. Bear with me as I shake the camera a little bit as I give you the immersive experience of walking to morning conference. Our lectures are given on a rotating basis where each of the sections take turns giving us lectures. So we have the attendings from each of the sections will come and give us lectures during the morning. And then from there we head off to the reading rooms for our various rotations. I'm currently on the VA rotation, which means that every morning after conference I make the trek over to the VA, which is not that far. Literally it's just across the street. But there are a couple of ways that you can get there. I usually just take the crosswalk and go across the street because I like walking outside. But if it's raining or if you just don't want to be outside for whatever reason, there is a secret passageway that goes beneath the hospital and underneath of Irwin Street to get you on the other side. And while you're down there, if you wanted to, you could stop by the free resident gym that's in the tunnel and catch a sweet pump before we head to the reading room. Honestly, I had no idea that this was even down there until I made this video. But I mean, now that I know that it's down there, I probably still won't ever go there. Just being honest. At the VA, I've got my own reading room to myself with a little study area, which has been pretty awesome. I like to just turn on some music and start reading studies. After an hour or so, the attending will come find me and we'll read out some cases, they'll do some teaching. I really like rotating at the VA. It's mostly plain films, and so I've already had MSK and chest radiology, which means that I'm getting a lot more reps in those types of imaging and just looking at plain films in general. Which is really helpful because I am starting to look ahead towards R2 call, and so I'm just getting a little more comfortable looking at higher acuity studies and being able to make those calls with more confidence. And yeah, I just settle in at this point, start reading studies, blitzing through studies at the speed of smell because I still am an R1 and I don't read that fast, but that's okay. I don't think nobody seems to mind. Then at around 12 o'clock we break for lunch and head over to noon conference. Noon conference is structured such that each individual section is responsible for providing the noon conference and the topics will vary day to day. The attendings take turns rotating through to give us a lecture, or more likely they'll present a bunch of cases to us and let us kind of work through them and pick out some teaching points from each of those cases. It's not a true hot seat type of situation. It's more of a warm seat. It's in a much, more intimate setting with just a few residents. Really low stakes, low pressure, and honestly really educational. I really prefer the case conferences. Just kind of meshes more with my style of learning, so I'm lucky that we have a lot of them. And then after that we head back to the reading rooms. We start chipping away at the list again, do a couple more readouts, and then before you know it, it's 4 o'clock, 4:30, the list is slowing down, and the attendings usually let us go at that point. And that's that. That's pretty much my day on the VA rotation as a first-year radiology resident. I hope that was helpful. If you'd like to see more videos like this, reach out to us on social media. Maybe we can do a few more videos for the other rotations that we do during first year. But that's it for now, so best of luck with the rest of your interview season.